Hey everyone, and welcome back to All Things with Queen Oreo. She's Got No Clue podcast. And yeah, that title feels especially true today. It's kind of funny. You know, the weird part of being a podcast content creator, especially through VR chat, is that I'm sitting here as an avatar talking to others. But the stuff I talk about is about, well, it's the most real stuff that's out there. Everyday struggles, love, life. And today, I just need to get some things off my chest. It's gonna be one of those episodes. So grab a drink, or a snack, or a comfy blanket, or something comforting, I guess I should say. So let's get comfortable and let's just talk, shall we? The checklist we grew up with. So I'm 31 years old, and sometimes I say that number and it doesn't feel real. You ever have that moment? I had to ask. It didn't feel real because in my head, there's this checklist. You know, the one: career, house, family, the version of adulthood that society, movies, and even our parents told us we naturally step into. But now, I suppose we're supposed to have a forever job, the kind you're proud to tell people about at parties, for instance. Maybe a house with a big yard and a 2-car garage. Maybe even that picture-perfect family. But here I am, at 31, and I'm like, where is it? Where's my checklist? Instead, I'm still figuring things out. I don't have this forever job. I definitely don't have the house. I'm just trying to make rent, keep the lights on, stay afloat, like so many of us. And that's quite impressive. I'm proud of myself. But it's also a lot of pressure. The pressure to have it all together. It's exhausting. Segment 2, the rigged game. See, growing up in the 90s, we were fed this constant mentality: fight, 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 win, 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 win. Don't you dare be a disappointment. Be better, be smarter, be more successful than the generation before you. But what happens when the game is rigged? Or, worse, what if you don't even want to play that game? That's where the anxiety creeps in. The constant low hum in your chest whispers, if you're not winning, you're failing. Even when you know deep down, life isn't supposed to be a competition. Patience should be the answer. Patience with yourself, with your journey, with your timeline. But patience is hard when you feel like you're running a race you didn't even sign up for. Segment 3. When a car is more than a car. I say that because I had to sell my car recently. On paper, it's just a car. Metal and wheels. But when I handed over those keys, it hit me. This wasn't just about transportation. This car was freedom, independence, a symbol that I had my life somewhat together. And suddenly, without it, I felt less capable, less adult, and honestly, I hate to say this, less of a woman. And I know that sounds wild, but that's what society does. It ties our worth to what we owe, what we drive, what we earn. The truth is, I wasn't just selling a car. I was grieving a little piece of stability. Segment 4. The perfect picture that isn't real. And of course, when you're already down, what do? You scroll through social media, the world's worst mirror. Because there they are, old classmates, friends, smiling families, big house, new promotion, perfect matching outfits. The checklist display beautifully in every picture. And then there's me, carless, figuring out job situations, digging out of debt. It's brutal because for a moment you believe it. You think they've won, they've figured it all out, but then you remind yourself behind those critical photos are real lives, arguments, bills, anxiety, sleepless nights. They have their own struggles, and they just don't post them. None of us do. We only see the cover of the book, never the messy, chaotic inside. Segment 5. Motherhood from afar. Now, I don't know if many of my viewers can relate to this, but this is something that I relate to and I feel should be brought up because those of us who relate to this topic, I feel we are connecting. But here's the hardest part of my checklist story. Remember, there's a checklist we're going down, right? The one people don't talk about. I'm a mom, but my child isn't here with me. They live far away. And there's personal reasons that I will get into another time. But it's a strange kind of motherhood, one lived at a distance. And it's hard, it's quiet, it's lonely. Definitely. You still wake up thinking about them, go to sleep worrying about them, love them with every single fiber of your being. But you're not there for daily chaos. The laughter, the homework, the hugs. The world doesn't really give us a script for this version of motherhood. You're still a mom, always a mom, but it feels like a piece of your heart is walking around in another world and you just ache for them every single day. That absence, it changes you, makes you long for a vision of life that feels out of reach. Personally, my situation, my ex at the time, we kind of had a huge falling out. I needed to seek mental health, help mentally. And I knew even though he would be with his dad, who had the family, the grandparents, the aunts, the uncles, the cousins, more family support than I did. I had no family support where I was at. Um, excuse me. I was, trying to get on my feet, living with friends, coworkers, finding the job that would get me on my feet, and it was a struggle. And unfortunately, with society and taxes and everything that's going on in the world that I probably missed because I cannot think of the word, but I'm thinking about it in my head and just can't pinpoint it. It makes it very hard to obtain a job, obtain a proper living, vehicle wise. It all just kind of eats at you. And I am finally in a good, stable place where gradually we're climbing that ladder and we're going to reach that goal. And we're going to be proud. And life will get better. This is for anyone who relates and understands that it's hard, but it does get better, I promise you. Now we're at segment 6. Maybe clueless is okay. Here's why I say that. So yeah, that's where my head's been at lately. And I say this, and maybe it sounds like a rant, but maybe it's also the realest thing I could share. We're all pretending to have it together, painting this perfect picture. But life is a mess. Life is messy. It's selling your car when you don't want to. It's missing your kid with your whole heart. It's being 31 and still have no clue what you're doing. And maybe, just maybe, that's okay. Maybe the point was never to win. Maybe the point is to keep going. And to be honest, to show up, to be human. Oh, there we go. Can I just say, segment 8, love finds unexpectedly. Here's the part I didn't expect. My early 30s, mid 20s. Finding love in the most unexpected ways. I met my partner through gaming, introduced by mutual friends. At first it was just fun. Late night online, laughter, open mics, building connection, pixel by pixel. But over time it grew into something real, something steady. The distance wasn't easy, especially with him being in the military. A whole year of long distance meant a lot of patience, trust, late night calls. But here's the thing. He always accepted me as I am. No checklist, no conditions, no pretending, just me. Now we live together almost 2 years in, and we're not just surviving, we're building, planning a future, dreaming of a family, learning that love doesn't follow society's timeline either. It shows up when it's meant to be. In the middle of all the uncertainty, that's my anchor. That's my proof that not everything has to look perfect to be real. And not everything has to be fast to be right. I know I'm not alone in this. That's why I wanted to say it out loud. Because if you ever felt behind, lost, or like you're not living up to expectation, the expectation placed on you is what I'm trying to say, but I'm struggling. I'm so sorry. You're not failing. You're just human. So if this episode resonated with you, please like, give it a comment, and subscribe if you're new. And you made it all the way to the end of the video. Thank you. I appreciate you all sticking through the end of the video. And plus, feel free to share it with someone who might need this reminder today. Thanks for letting me ramble. Thanks for listening. And thanks for being part of this little community where honesty is allowed. I'll be back next time, maybe with more of a clue, or maybe not. And that's okay too. Until then, take care of yourself and be patient with yourself. You're doing better than you think. This is Queen Oreo signing off. Bye everyone.